Elvin Rand here playing Farming Simulator 22, and welcome back to Westbridge Hills, our 10-year anniversary revisit here on the map. And since last episode, fast forward to time, I think it was actually 2 days here, I think. Canola is now ready to harvest. I don't have the fields planted here yet. We kind of ran out of light here the last episode there, so I didn't bother replanting them. So yeah, like I said, just went ahead and skipped time here a little bit. So we're going to start on the canola harvest here this episode. As for what we're going to plant, I'm not sure yet, Owen. I think we'll maybe check our factories here real quick, see if there's anything we need to plant. Don't think there actually is, but if there is, well, that's obviously what we'll be planting. Otherwise, we'll just we'll probably pick something and plant it, I guess. Okay, let's get the combine folded out here a minute. Well, that's full now. Let's get some GPS going here as well. We're going to be running 90 degrees auto width. And you know, maybe just, oh, wrong one. Shift that line over, wrong way. Just a little bit. Start harvesting the canola here. The canola, I don't remember. I think we had a purpose for the canola. I don't remember what that was here again. We got so much factory stuff going on here at the moment. So looking at the bakery, we do need some milk. So let's go ahead and buy that here a minute while we're over here. We'll just top it off all the way, I guess, right? Pallets, yeah, hopefully we're good on that. Gas, might as well top it off. It's not terrible low, but we'll just fill it up. Sugar, we're good. Eggs, we're good. Butter. Butter we should be making. Are we distributing the butter? No, we are selling the butter. Okay, I guess we're buying butter. Sure. I probably should set that to distributing, shouldn't I? I'm not sure why I don't have that set to distributing. Maybe I figured it would make more money if we just sold it than we distributed it. That could very well be open. And I mean, I hate to say it, there might be some truth in that too. I'm not sure. Anyway, so bakery is all good. Furniture. Looks like we're looking really good here. Planks, long planks. Those should be being distributed by the sawmill, I do believe, right? Yes, they are. Okay. Pallets are distributing. Long planks are distributing. And regular planks are being distributed as well. And we are cranking out furniture and wood chips. I like how all the various wood factories usually produce wood chips. Like, okay, well. Okay, back to the factory screen here again. So carpenter is good. Dairy. I think we're actually looking pretty good at the dairy there as well. The dairy takes sugar and milk and make butter, cheese, ooh, chocolate, yes. I mean, okay. No idea what UHT milk is. I haven't figured that one out yet. And then yogurt. Food factory. Looks like we're looking pretty good at the food factory. Canola is a little low. That's probably what I was planning on doing with the canola, I bet. Looks like we're looking pretty good at everything else. Even water is looking pretty good. So we're making everything there. Moving on to the grain mill. Looks like we're looking pretty good there as well. We're getting a little low on some of this stuff, but again, we're not going through the flour very quickly, everyone. Oh, water at the greenhouse. Yes, okay. So, and then we also need some seeds at the greenhouse. And those, again, as a reminder, cheaper to buy them, everyone. Cheaper to buy them. Pallets, yep. There's enough pallets there. Make sure to remember to give them water. You know what? Maybe what we'll do, everyone, we'll stop right at this end here. Greenhouse, I think, is right down there, right? Yes, it is. Greenhouse is right down below that ledge there. We'll go quick fill up the water before we forget. Otherwise I'm going to forget. I don't want that happening. I want to keep all our productions going as much as possible here. Need a little bit sharper turning combine here to make this turn, or just a larger head would help too, right, Evan? Rather than turning as sharp, you just need a larger head so you can make a wider turn. See, that's putting the old thinking cap on. Okay. Oh yes, our good old Bueller tractor. For those who remember, we purchased this tractor. Was it a couple episodes ago, something like that? And at least from what I remember, I believe this tractor, maybe not this exact one, of course, was one of the starter tractors back in Farming Simulator 2013. Full already? Yes, it is. Okay, back to work. Can I climb the rock wall? Apparently not. Okay. Yeah, tapping around. That was quick enough. Okay, back to harvesting. 40% full already. Not too shabby. Okay, greenhouse is good. Again, a little low on the pallets. Not terrible. Doesn't seem like, again, the sawmill is necessarily keeping up, everyone, but it is what it is. Drilling equipment. Looks like we should probably get some more containers of drilling equipment down there. We probably have enough to skip 1 or 2 more days, though, I'm betting. So not like a super high priority, but we should probably do that before we forget. Looks like we're looking pretty good on wood. Might not hurt to actually buy some. Let's just do that. And the nice thing, if you like buy it now, one, I don't know if it buys exactly double, but it buys like a lot more than if you let it get way down. So like it gets down a little bit, buy a bunch. Let it get down a little bit, buy a bunch more, right? That seems to work pretty good. What's selling? How come we're stuck here? It says we should be selling. Do I need to go do something about this? Huh. Okay, no idea. Sugarcane. Yeah, just full on sugar. That's all that is. Yeah, sugarcane. We still got sugarcane left yet. Again, not going through it particularly quickly, which, breaks my heart. It's terrible. I'm telling you, folks. I just want to harvest some more sugarcane. Nah. If we're lucky, we'll just have to harvest it just the once, and we'll be good. Oh, and before I forget, I do have the planter lined up on, I think, is it field 15? I think that's where I put him. Yep. Oh, no, 17. Field 17. I got the planter over on field 17. Ready and waiting to go. Probably should get him started here in a minute. We'll do the same thing we did last time. We'll get down to the end. We'll stop. We'll go get that planter going here. Probably just throw that on a course play then. Yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to plant. It's not like we really particularly need anything for what we have going, everyone. Factory-wise here, we, as far as I know, almost own all the factories on the map. We do have one exception. We do not own the biomass. There's a biogas. Which one is it here? The biogas plant. So we don't own that yet, everyone. Not to say we couldn't own that fairly quick here. We're sitting at $800,000. We need, another million? Oh, I'm not going to visit. I think it's like 1.7 million or something like that for that facility. So that'll be, folks. That seems like a good waste of money. That might be our next goal here. I'm not sure exactly what else we're going to spend the money on here. As I mentioned here last episode, Evan, possibly looking at wrapping this series up here maybe this week. Maybe one more. We'll see once. But again, I don't think we're going to play a whole lot longer on this map unless there's something you folks want to see. Let me know. We could potentially get into the biogas plant, I suppose. If we do that, that would probably end up being like another week's worth of episodes, though, because biogas, that's going to be a little bit more work, right? Let's go start that planter here a minute before I forget. Could get the other planter going on field 15, I suppose, as well. Oh, let's see what's here. Deactivate that one. Set up a course. Again, I'm not doing any headlands on this map, Evan. Plenty of room to turn around here for the most part. And, of course, no headlands means course play isn't missing as much in the corners as it typically likes to. Kind of the advantage there of not doing any headlands, right? Again, with course play, you can play around with those settings a little bit. And sometimes you can get course play to be a little bit better about missing in the corners. I'm trying to think. Was it the last map we were on? The map before. Somewhere in there, everyone. I think it was because of the rounded edges of the field. Course play just was missing left or right. No matter what you put the settings to, course play just missed it. I couldn't find any settings that worked really any better or worse than others. I think on a field like this, Evan, where you maybe actually have square corners, it seems like it'll probably work better, but oh well. And, of course, working better, that does require course play to go, back into the corners, stuff like that as well. Watching you probably with most of the in-game equipment will be fine, but you start getting some of that modded equipment, maybe where the mod author hasn't taken the time to, properly set up all the AI triggers in the mod. For those of you who have ever done any modding before, inside the mod, there's all, little guides and stuff for the hired workers. If you don't take the time to properly set those up, your hired workers will do strange things with your equipment. And as you folks are probably well aware, there's definitely some equipment out there that does strange things that it shouldn't. And that's, again, probably because the mod author hasn't taken the time to test and figure out how to get everything working properly for the hired worker. Okay. Oh, good. Hooked up already. We'll just take this set of wangers right here. The Magnum, of course, is no longer our largest tractor here. It has since been replaced. I don't know what replaced, but we have since upgraded to a quad track as our largest tractor. I know, terrible. Not sure what fell and hit my head on one, but it must have been bad. Must have been real bad for me to buy red equipment here. As a reminder here, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, don't forget to do so. Always very much appreciated. And of course, once you are subscribed, everyone, don't forget to turn on your notifications there as well. Get notified of the next, latest, greatest Westbridge Hills episode going live, or the next series for that matter, too. Again, hopefully going to be starting a new map here. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to be next week or the week after, everyone, but somewhere in there, hopefully we'll be starting a new map. Unless, of course, we do a little bit with the biogas plant. If we do something with the biogas plant, then, like I said, probably might be another week yet. But at the very least, Evan, I am thinking of at least buying the biogas plant just so we can, like, legitimately say we own every single factory on here, even if we don't necessarily maybe do anything with it. I do want to do a series here in the future with the biogas plant. I'm just not sure if we'll do it on this map or not. And don't forget to, Evan, if you'd like to join us in on the RDAllen multiplayer servers, you can find the RDAllen multiplayer server information down below in the description here of this video. Again, anyone is welcome to join as long as you can play nicely, follow the rules. And if you'd like to, maybe if you don't want to join us, but you'd like to watch the multiplayer content, you can find that over on Twitch, RDAllen on Twitch there, by the way. That's where you can find that multiplayer content. Link for all that is down below, along with all the rest of my social media information as well, by the way. Running the case combine on this field here, by the way, as you folks have obviously probably noticed. Obviously, I do have a larger, well, I don't know if you call it larger. They're both like Class 7 combines as far as I know, right? However, the Fendt Ideal, technically a larger combine, has a much larger hopper, and we also have a larger header on that combine. But if you remember from the last time we harvested everyone, that combine apparently, or the header, I'm not sure what, something's not right there, because that combine, that combine and that header just do not run well, shall we say. And given the hills I have on this field, everyone, I did not think it would be a good idea to run that combine here on this field. Just, going like, 1 mile an hour or something like up the hill. Like, no. I did not feel like doing that. Especially, maybe to this part of the field, maybe it won't be quite so bad, but the first section right over there where it's, really steep, oh my. I'm not sure what the Fendt combine would have done. I don't know if it would have made it up that hill. You know what they say, everyone. Should have bought a John Deere, right? Yep. Go green or go home. And if it's red, definitely leave it in the shed. Well, this looks like a fun little, just seen this symbol up here. Boy, doesn't that just look like a fun run right there? Very real concern when it comes to farming equipment there, by the way. You see the electrical lines are touching the combine up there. And then the guy down here is touching, I'm guessing, maybe like he's gotten down the ladder. It's gone down the ladder. And as soon as he's like touching both the ladder and the ground, get a bit of a shock from that one. Maybe I shouldn't say a bit of a shock. Get a lot of a shock from that one. that is definitely a very real concern, shall we say, when it comes to farming and farm equipment and electrical lines. And in the case of this particular picture of it, if that was ever to actually like happen, you know, your combine is touching the wires like that, your best bet is to like jump. Don't climb down nicely. Like jump far and as far as possible, right, everyone? Because you don't want to be able to touching both the combine and the ground at the same time, or potentially touching like the combine and close to the ground at the same time. Obviously, you don't want to be touching electrical lines, period. But again, unfortunately, it happens, everyone. I know even in the area where I live, there's the occasional story where a farmer and some piece of equipment has gotten tangled up in a power line, and usually it's not very good results when that happens, right? And it doesn't help sometimes, too, Evan. You know, farm equipment, especially combines, tractors, grain carts, trailers, that type of stuff, usually a little bit on the taller side, right, Evan? You know, the equipment's not exactly short. And then you get out in the country as well, where, you know, the power companies maybe not so good about taking care of its lines, and or maybe putting the lines up high. You know, just got them on little short poles, or they're not very high off the ground, which, you know, for just regular people is probably fine. But now you start farming that area, then that's not so good, right? Seems like the power companies should maybe share some of that responsibility as well. Get rid of those low-hanging power lines that might be across or near a field. I know, at least in my area, there's definitely more than a few power lines that are like that. Anyway, let's head over to the comment section here a moment. I haven't seen what you folks had to say. Reminder here, too, by the way. If you got any suggestions for the next map, throw them down below in the comments. You got anything else to add, too? Throw them down in the comments. I would always enjoy reading all you folks' comments. Started off here with Farmer 1277. He was saying Tehatin? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. RCR, your computer should be able to handle it. I would hope my computer would be able to handle any map that's out there. I mean, let's face it. If my computer can't handle any map that's out there at the moment, I mean, there's probably not going to be too many rest of you that are playing those type of maps either. At this point, I could upgrade my graphics card. That's probably... Is that the oldest? I don't know if it's the oldest component in my system, but it's probably the slowest component in my system. I'm only running an RTX 3080 at the moment, which I know some of you folks, wow, that's the slowest component, I guess, technically. I guess I shouldn't say that. I could upgrade my CPU now as well, because they did come out with a 14th gen Intel. I am only running an Intel 13 gen at the moment, 13900. Again, I've said this before, when it comes to making videos, it definitely takes some processing power. You know, if you're just playing the game of it, do I need all this processing power? Certainly not. Certainly not. And that's usually for those folks that ask, never what I typically recommend either. For if you're just looking for a nice computer to game on, like an RTX 3060 would be a plenty large enough graphics card. CPU-wise, I have to think about that one. I mean, there's a lot of good CPUs out at the moment. But anyway, back to the comments here. Farmer Johnson was saying Stone Valley if you want to do a standard map. Missouri River Bottoms if you want to do a 4X map. And Tayton, Iowa is another good 4X map. Again, I'm not sure if I'm saying that name right. I probably am not. Wow, okay. I see there's a couple more comments with the same map here. So it's supposed to be a popular map here at the moment. Mason was saying a good map that I would highly recommend is the Missouri River Bottom. That was not the map I was talking about. I was talking about the Tayton one. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just drive the gravity wagons down here, I guess. Treat them like a grain cart. As I've said before, typically what most farmers would do in this scenario, they just park the gravity wagon along the edge of the field, and you would then drive the combine to the gravity wagon. And we do have a grain cart, by the way, one. However, I mean, I guess we could put the quad track on one of these. Seems a little bit ridiculous, but we could. But yeah, Mason Farm was saying highly recommend the Missouri River Bottoms. Wide open fields with good selection of farms. I built a huge dairy and silage operation on that map for my playthrough. I helped test that map from the very start, helped work on the map. Everyone is on Titan, and that map seems to be buggy and an FPS killer. I wonder why. Someone was saying that's a 4X map. For some reason, I was thinking that Titan, Iowa was larger, but I could be wrong. Buggy and an FPS killer, huh? I wonder why. What did the mod author do wrong that caused that? I do have a couple of maps in mind myself as well, one. So we'll have to see once. We will have to see. Yeah, Farmer was saying RCR will suck FPS. Okay, I don't know about you folks. Now I just want to try it just to see how bad it actually is, right? Brian was saying, yep, same map. The Tahiti County by Iowa. Or Tahiti County, Iowa by DR Modding. He says the original version, not the row crop ready version, because that is an FPS killer. On the other map is the Missouri River Bottoms map by River Bottom Customs. Wow. Okay. So the Missouri River Bottoms is coming up quite frequently here as well. Okay. And that does answer my question about why the Iowa map or the RCR map is... Oh, okay. RCR is row crop ready. I'm guessing that's what that stands for. That would explain why that is laggy. For those who've ever done anything with, like, trying to do, like, actual, like, row crops in the game, Evan. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've got my thoughts on it. We've discussed it in the past. I don't think it should exist, period. Okay, any further questions on that one? Again, make no mistake. It's not that I'm against row crops, everyone. Just the functionality in the game. And I've gotten into arguments over this one. People are like, oh, it works fine. Okay, then why are you running 20 FPS, 15 FPS? Yeah, it doesn't work on fine, does it? No. Oh, we might have to try the map, Evan. I have looked at some of the row crop ready maps before. Sounds intriguing. The FPS part, I don't think is cool, but... let's see what's here. Kyle was saying, I never understood why Giants doesn't include Gleaner combines in the game, as they are owned by AGCO. This is a good question. I don't necessarily have an answer to that. Actually, isn't there, trying to think now here. Combines. I think I've got a modded one, don't I? Yeah, I guess we don't have any Gleaners, do we? Actually, you know what? Maybe I don't even have a modded one. I might not. Nope, I guess I don't even have a Gleaner combine, period, do I? And I don't know how all of that licensing information works out of one. Going back to Kyle's comment here, it could very well be that Giants doesn't, like, have the right to put Gleaner in the game. That could very well be. Like, they have the rights from AGCO to do Fent, or, like, the Ideal, but they don't have the rights to do Gleaner. Again, they're, like, all owned by the same parent company, but just because you have the rights from the parent company, I don't know that that necessarily means that gives you the rights to, like, the child company, if you will, right? Again, I am definitely not well-versed in that area, Evan, so take that for what you will. Christopher was saying, good video, keep it up. Hey, thank you very much for that. Okay, not sure what that, I just heard a ding there. What was that about? Oh, 50% on that? Can't say I've noticed that before. Next comment here, Mike Shireman was saying, if you watch Mike Mitchell, the cross auger they like for canola. That is true. I have heard him say that before. And I don't know about the rest of you folks watching. Rather enjoy watching his videos. Highly recommend checking out his channel if you haven't already done so. Again, that is Mike Mitchell on YouTube. He is, shall we say, kind of a large farmer out in Canada. I think we're probably, about half done with this field here, so won't probably finish it this episode, unfortunately. We'll, in between episodes, we'll get this field knocked out, and then we'll probably just be skipping time at that point. I'm going to until we're ready to harvest again, I guess. Just, keep an eye on the factories, everyone. Skip time. It's kind of like, again, if you have animals in the game, everyone, just like animals with the factories, you have to just kind of keep an eye on them, make sure they have all the products they need. At least as far as like products I am planting, everyone, I've got all that pretty much taken care of. It's pretty much just a matter of keeping an eye on like milk. Again, we're not making our own milk, everyone, so I got to fill that up every so often. We are doing our own eggs, although I should probably check, do they have feed? They do not. Wow. They're constantly running out of feed. And I'm like constantly bringing them a lot of feed. Okay, well, anyway. I have to make sure I remember to take care of that before we fast forward time here as well. Austin was saying, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's a mod that allows you to have a grape orchard and olive tree to produce both like a greenhouse. So it takes water, seeds, and manure. Oh, manure, okay. Personally, I think it's super helpful, especially if you already own a production that takes it. Awesome videos. I've been binging them for the last week. Oh boy, binging videos. Well, thank you very much for that there, Austin. And at least if we ever have to do any grapes or olives, maybe we'll have to check that mod out. I don't think I have anything that does that at the moment that I know of. And again, at least you folks watch the channel. Well, at least on YouTube, Evan, I don't think you folks have ever actually seen me do grapes and or olives. Over on the multiplayer server, Evan, we have done grapes and olives at least once, maybe twice, something like that. Yeah, it's exciting. Real exciting. Now, you folks want to know what's... if you think olives and grapes are bad, I forget which one we did again. It was like pistachios and... Was it pistachio and almonds, maybe? I don't remember the exact ones. I know one of them was pistachio. The other one might... I'm just going to say it was almonds, everyone. Yeah. If you think harvesting grapes is bad, you should try harvesting pistachios and almonds. One of the modded maps we played on had those crops. Yeah. That was interesting. That's how we got to turn around anyway. You know what? Might as well just drive down to the gravity wagons. Okay, on that note, with that, everyone, I think we're going to wrap this episode up here. If you folks have any comments and or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, everyone, thanks for watching. Until next time.